The question that we get asked most by our personal injury clients is this: what's my case worth? How much money will I get? The only honest answer we can give you is, we don't know, and that's especially true if your accident has recently occurred. It's way too early to tell. There are several factors that will determine what the value of your case is, and I want to review some of them with you. Number one, how badly have you been injured? If you have a case where, God forbid, you have a broken leg and you have to have surgery to repair your injury, or you have a herniated disc in your back that requires surgery, or you have a torn rotator cuff in your shoulder, that case is going to be worth much more than if you have a case where you have some muscle strain, which may be very painful, but in the course of a few months, you should completely recover from it. That brings up the element of pain and suffering. What an insurance company is willing to pay for something like pain and suffering or loss of enjoyment of life is going to be much higher when you have more severe injuries. A second factor, are you left with any permanent injuries or any disfigurement? Again, if your accident caused a herniated disc in your back and you have to undergo surgery for it, unfortunately, you're never going to be 100% again. You're never going to be completely back to where you were before the accident occurred. If so, that will be a significant element of damage in your case, and your case will be worth considerably more than if you have an injury that you completely recover from in 6 weeks. A third factor is the amount of your medical bills. How much did your treatment cost? The insurance companies can deny this, but your treatment costs are a key factor they look at in valuing your claim. And many apply some formula to what your medical costs are to determine what they will offer you. A fourth factor, what is the amount of your lost wages? Have you missed any time from work? And if so, how much money have you lost as a result of your being injured in this accident? A fifth factor, will you have any future disability as a result of your accident injuries? If you're not going to be able to go back to the type of work that you've always done, or in some catastrophic injury situations, not going to be able to go back to work at all, that's going to significantly increase the value of your case. A sixth factor, how bad was the crash? What was the damage to the cars? If the damage to your car is a scratch on the bumper, there's a good chance that we may decline representation, or possibly offer to see if a lawyer in our referral network will take your case. That's not always the case. If there's little damage to your car, but the car that hit you looks like it just went through a smash-up derby, then we'll be more inclined to take your case because we can still prove the severity of the collision. If you have limited damage to your car, but unfortunately you fractured your wrist, we're going to take that case because that's an objective injury we can point to and say, our client did not have that injury when they got in the car before your insured hit them. There have been many cases where good people have sustained injuries and we've declined representation because of very limited property damage. And people will often ask us, why do you do that? 2 reasons. Number 1, we know that if there's limited property damage, it's going to be very difficult to get the insurance company to make any offer on the case. We could live with that. But the second reason is that juries in South Carolina tend to award very little damages if there's limited property damage. It's purely a business decision. We have to look at the property damage as one factor in determining if it's a case that we're going to take on. The next factor, what did the at-fault driver do wrong? If you were injured due to a drunk driver running a red light, your case will be worth more than if you were injured because some grandmother got distracted and rear-ended you. Because with the drunk driver, we can recover what's called punitive damages. The bottom line is that we cannot judge your case value until your treatment is done. Then we can look at these factors that I've just gone through and many more to try to determine what's the value of your case. Unfortunately, there are many situations where the value of your case for a severe injury may be far more than the amount of coverage for your claim. As soon as we can, we will work to get a settlement offer made by the insurance company. We will then negotiate to get the highest offer we can get, and then we will give you our recommendation of whether you should accept the offer or whether you should let us file a lawsuit. We are here to advise you, but this will always be your decision. It's your case. If we cannot get the case settled and we believe that a lawsuit should be filed, we'll discuss that issue with you. As I said earlier, in our experience, 80% of all automobile accident injury cases settle before a lawsuit is filed.